Hi, I'm Mallory, and I'm here to show you all the different features of our calculator and how to use them. The calculator can be used in lockdown mode, meaning in class, on exams, or in non-lockdown mode, so then you can just use it anytime. So if I click Use Calculator, you see across the top there's a menu. The basic calculator, your graphing calculator, Just Lock Me, or Join a Session, and that's to join a lockdown session. Let's say, for example, we just want to use our normal scientific calculator right now. Notice as I'm typing in functions, they will just easily move right up. And that way we can see exactly what we typed in so we can pay attention to that. Right here on the basic, you have your numbers and just your normal operations. We can also change from degree to radian. And we have a store button or a call button if we want to actually store a specific value. We have an all clear, just to clear it all out. We also have some arrows. So let's say, for example, I'm going to go, let's go 5 times 3. And I was like, oh, I meant to go 4 times 3. Just use the arrow to go right back. And now we can say, okay, 4 times 3. Scientific, we have a whole bunch of functions here and features here. Then we have our trig functionalities. Let's now go to our graphing calculator. On our graphing calculator, let's type in, to get started, let's do a trig function. So let's go the sine of x. So you can see it's now graphed. If you want to enter another function, just click the plus button. So plus, let's do this time, let's do an x squared minus 3. So we can see our parabola there now. Let's go ahead and do one more function. This time, let's go ahead and do just a linear function. So let's go 2x plus 4. And there's our just linear function. Now, after I've entered in all the functions that I want to graph, you can just swipe down, or you can also click this keyboard down here, and you can then see all your functions you have. Or you just swipe down and that'll show you your graph. From there, you just touch the screen and you can zoom in, you can zoom out, we can move along our graph, so you can check them all out and see what's going on. Say, for example, you want to look at only 2 of these and not all 3. Just go back to your listing of your equations. Let's say, for example, we don't want the sine of x right now. Just uncheck it, and now you only have the other 2. You only want to look at 1. Just uncheck it, and now you only have the 1. So you can simply check and uncheck so you can see which graphs you want to focus on. Now, let's say you want to look at these graphs even further. If you click on this little arrow at the top, we have a whole bunch of different functionalities here. We have trace, we have max and min, we have roots or zeros, we have intersection, and we also have derivative. So if I go here to the trace, notice as I click on my screen, it is tracing this button and it is giving us our ordered pairs along this function here. Notice I'm going along the linear function right now. If I want to do it along our parabola, the x squared, I simply select it, and now I'm right here along our x squared. So it's really up to you. Max and min, I'm on our x squared. Notice there's our minimum value right there. We have our roots. We have intersection. And then we also can find the derivative at each one of these points. So you can see that tangent line moving around there. So a whole bunch of really cool features there. Now let me show you another thing about the graphing calculator. If you go here to settings, let's say for example for some reason you just don't like the way that looks. You can change your background color. So we can either have it a white background or a black background. And you can also change the thickness of your lines. So say for example you want to make your lines a little bit thicker here. Let's also say, for example, that you're not in trig. You're not using trig at all. You can actually exit out and it won't show up on your calculator anymore, so you won't even see those. So now let's go back to our calculator. Notice now here at the bottom, you only have scientific and you have basic because we took the trig part out. If I go here to our graphing now you have the background that you selected. Let's go ahead and let's just do a couple of these. Let's go 3x minus 2, and then let's add in, let's go exponential e to the x minus 5. And let's go ahead and add in one more. Let's do an x cubed this time. And let's go x cubed plus 2. All right, so there's our functions now. And notice they're thicker and we have a black background. So now we have the same exact thing going on. We can pull out our different functionalities we want to use, and there is our graph.